This is going to be a brief video explaining the functionality of the website I've made as part of assignment 1 of the cloud-based web services module. So I'm just going to unpause the video, and first thing you're going to see is the index page. First of all though, before that, this is just the Docker Compose files going up. During tests it's thrown a few errors, but it all should be working as fine. I'm just scrolling up through the errors now, just showing it as it's going along. But due to testing, it's thrown a lot of errors, but it does completely work. You see here on the pause here, it's saying it's like, listening at certain local hosts, and should be fine. But the first thing we're going to look at is the index page. I'm using Visual Studio Code to edit this. So here's the code of the index page. I'm probably going to be doing the same thing in the video now. I'm probably going to be moving my mouse around in a circle like this. See, there's some links at the top, just a very standard setup. We'll get onto this down here in a bit, but this is just going up and down. But the actual index page looks like this. So this is what it looks like at the front again. As you can see, there's a little weather widget down here. This explains the weather for the past 7 days. I had it based out of London just as an example. But this is the weather from, what day is it, Friday? So it's, oh yeah, there you go, it's from today for the next 4 days. So it's like a 5-day weather forecast, and that is being taken from a public API weather widget. If we go back into the code now, you can see down here, you see there's like the API key and all here. It's being taken from a website called Visual Crossing. And I have used this public API before, so I just reused my API key for it. But that is where it's being taken from. So that is where the information is. This is just a quick ad product video. We skip past this. I accidentally click on this without thinking. So yeah, that's the weather widget. There you go. I'm showing it off there. Good job, past me. Alright, so next up is the products page. You can see it's just very basic. There's just a form here displaying the products I have stored in a database that will be included within the code. A link to the database, and of course will be included into the code, but it is taken from a database. Once I go back into the code here, yep, there it is. Back into the code. Oh, I'm a bit for flair past me, as I guess. So I don't know why I don't know what I'm doing here. This is on the wrong page. I wasn't paying attention there. Have I just realised that? Oh, there you go. Well, there's stuff going on the ad product page. Oh, let's skip ahead because I know I talk about the product page here. Yeah. Oh, I might realise my mistake. There we go. Right. So there's the HTML for that page. Just some basic links at the top. They all are labeled around the same way, but then down here you have, of course, the form action method equals post, a post method there with a submit button, and there's just some just waiting content. Again, this all takes from a jQuery library and from various JavaScript files. So I'm about to show you the JavaScript file for that. So this is, of course, here's the button up here, and then this is defining the function. Telling it to get it from a database called /cloves, applications.json with data type as JSON, and if it's a success, it does the read all result function, which is down here. So basically just read out all of these as HTML format, and if it's an error, throw a console.log saying failed to read cloves. So we can fast forward a bit in the video. Yeah, there it is, indeed it is, and there you go. That's it. That's the function down there. Yeah, there it is. There it is, indeed it is. This video is not the highest quality production. Anyway, here's the add an item page. So I'll show you the code for this. This was back here because me in the past got a bit confused. So here's the JavaScript for the add product page. The add product was basically set up the same way as the read product page, with a couple of text boxes, but those text boxes are used up here, like item name text box and size text box. The AJAX is a type post, and it's posting it to the URL /cloves. And what I had done here, I messed around with it a bit, and the only way I could get it to redirect to thanks is by, on success, chucking in a thing here saying console.log added cloves, and then I used a window.location command to redirect it to thanks HTML. And that was the only way I could get it to work. Don't know what I was doing wrong there, but anyway, that's and then that leads to show it. There we go. Add a product, and as you can see here, as an example, I make a. This website is supposed to be a kind of clothing site based around about like a seal, like seals, like the animals. Just because I always default to animals for some reason as part of my project ideas, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So as I'm doing, I'm adding a seal gloves thing here as an item name. And then in size I put extra small, and if I add close submit, it takes me to this page, the thanks.html page, redirects to that with a link back to the home page. If you go back to the home page, click on project, you can see a lot of testing has been done between ID 1, 2 and 3. It's a bit of a jump here, but this is seal glove size XS. This is just because I have generally tried with about 36 more items in between there just to try and get it working. You know, throw something at a wall, eventually it'll stick, you know. And there's ID number 40. Again, bit of a jump, but there's that. That's how the add product thing works. I will be showing the service server and pgdbclothes.js files in a bit now once I switch to them, but for now I'm just showing off the JavaScript and HTML files on the site. Product.js, yeah, okay, so there's the there's, as I was saying, add product, just showing it off again. Knowing past me somehow predicted I'd mess up, you know. Oh, hindsight always 20/20. This is the delete in a bit. This is a delete product page. So you can see you've got some headers, and then you have I've done it so you can delete it by ID. So any ID you enter into this box, and then you click on this button, and it will delete it based on ID. So you see that, and I can't remember if I demonstrated now or if I go to the code. I go to the, I'm probably giving it some flair, aren't I? So you can see, yeah, ID number 40, say we don't want that on there, you know, unsightly. ID 40, submit it, takes us to the thanks HTML page again, go back to the home, go to the product, you can see ID number 40 is gone. I could tell you what, I'm going to do this, I bet you I do the exact same thing in a bit. Yep, no, I'm too predictable. So the HTML looks like this. Again, set up very similarly to the add product and read product page. There's some labels with some IDs. I got an ID number box and never type number box. That's a bit different. I've been using text boxes before. Again, linking to the delete product page up here. Oh, all of this is also linking to. I didn't show the style sheet, but like obviously it's links to a CSS file which is found over here. I will include that in with the files. So you don't just look at it. I mean, the website is ugly on its own, but at least, you know, at least you get to look at some nice colours. Yeah. And the JavaScript for that looks like this. So it's there's the button up here saying using the class delete button, and when you click it, do the function delete close click, which is letting JSON equals whatever's in the ID box. Using a parse int, which is set up in the, I believe, service.js file as a variable. And then a variable post ID is here. Not a variable, it's a function. But here's the AJAX. It says type delete, localhost clothes, and then post ID obviously here, which is declared up here. I'm just recalling that. Date equals nothing, and then on success, send out a little error saying deleted clothes, and take me to thanks HTML again. And on fail, say nope, didn't work. And that's what that is. So now that's the main part of the website. So I believe now in a bit I will actually switch to not much to be said about them, because a lot of it is was work done in lesson, but oh god, giving it some flair. I am. There you go. Gotta do performer at heart. Yeah, going through my file. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to the Node Web Server file here. And of course here's my package files, and there's server.js. I'll open it up so you can see what's going on. So of course here's server.js. It didn't actually recall as many stuff as it did into this. For example, a lot of this res.redirect thanks HTML. I changed that. I just forgot to comment it out because it's basically doing nothing. But this helped. This is some Axios to kind of help sort of push the process through. And then of course there's server.listimport down here as well. But the main file is in my PGDB clothes. I believe I just get both of them now. And and service.js. So obviously in service.js, if I scroll up, you've already shown that one, Jamie, move on. Yep, oh, yeah, there you go, I'm showing it again. Very organized this video is. Right, so this is pgdb cloves. This is the file which basically sort of defines all of the functions of the database. So here I'm linking to the database with the cloves table in it, and you can see here's my insert function, doing the query to insert into cloves here. I got the item name and size as various things, and then a success or an error. There's the select function up there we just went past, but that is what I used on the read page. Select by ID I didn't really use, or select by name. I didn't use either. I didn't really have a search function in. We just passed by it. But that was the delete function I used. So basically, delete the clove with ID, whatever the ID was defined as, and then delete from cloves where ID equals. So it uses a bit of SQL there. And then here's the error and error thing. And that was, again, that was patch that was up there. I didn't use that either, so unfortunately this website doesn't have that many update features, but it does have the ability to remove, add, and read what's in the database. But unfortunately no update features, so I've got a curd website rather than a crud. This is the service.js file. Here's my methods up here, and this is how, of course, this is some example stuff we were doing. Probably looks familiar to Mike or Tim. And here's the close thing. I've commented this out just in case I was messing about with this to see what was going wrong. Something was going wrong during testing. Service.delete down here. Again, a couple of console.logs because I was testing where it was going wrong. A lot of testing going on in here. Yeah, that's highlighting that. Yeah, see, that's where I was going wrong. Service.get, there's that as well. Parsing, again, being used here. This is where parsing was defined, or recalled rather. And service.listen down there as well. But I think that is mainly it in regards to the website. Oh no, there's not. There's one more page. It's the contact page. Really forgot this one. So I've recalled from another public API source. This source being Google Maps, their API. They've got development tools on hand for that. So as you can see, there's some script running up here which shows the map and the marker on the map. And then there's it's laid out the same, a similar way as I laid the other web pages out. And then of course, yeah, there's that's where it's being taken from, is the Google API as an API key there. Can't have that, it's unique to me. That's some data protection violation going on right there. So yeah, Google APIs, yep. And if you go on the contact us page, we're not in Australia, don't worry about it, I haven't tried to run away. This is just an example. I believe the marker's in Uluru. And of course you can move that by, I believe I had the same thought process while I was demonstrating. Yeah, there. And you can simply just change that by changing the map marker up here to anywhere you really want to, like, you know, the latitude and longitude there. But yeah, that is pretty much the entire website. Of course, a lot of the files will be included with the actual upload of it. Including all of the package.jsons. I just felt they were unnecessary to go over because they're all very similar and they don't have much in them. But that is the main that is the nitty-gritty of it, let's just say. So thank you.